All right, guys, we're back at it. I was trying to do a video. The gimbal lost me. I've got to find a better place to put this so that I know it stays on me. But basically, we're replacing the dash in my little Geo Prizm that I bought. So let's see here if we can get it in a better place. There we go. So I'm replacing the dash in the Geo Prizm that I got. I've already took the bezel out. You want to be very careful when you're doing that. It'll have two of these little screws and then two connections down at the bottom. If you're doing it on an older car like this where it's hard to find trim pieces, you want to be careful. The tools you'll need is a stubby to get the screws out of the top and a long one for what I'm about to do now, which is there's two screws in here that need to come out, and they're simple to undo. Magnetic tip comes in handy. We'll set those off to the side. I really should have had my vacuum out. Really should have had my vacuum out as I did this, but the name of the game in this is going to be kind of slow, kind of easy, because you don't want to break anything. Because again, if I break a trim piece or something like that, crack it, I have to repair it. It's going to be very hard to find trim pieces for this little car. Just is what it is. And then we slowly work this out. Oh, there's two more at the top here, so there's four actually in this setup. I thought there would just be two in the bottom. I'm glad. Again, I'm just going to be moving slow. Oh, I really don't want to drop this one down in that dash. Got it. So those will go in the top. And really, I might should use a stubby on this one too. I keep moving my arm out of the way because a minute ago the camera stopped tracking me, and I think it was because I blocked it with my arm as I was too long. And I think it was like, oh, we lost your face. So we're just going to center this back out, and I kind of got y'all on the passenger seat stacked on some things. So I need to build a mount that I can lock into the seat so we can get some out the window shots, some POV shots. Okay, let's see if this works a little better now, because we got those out. Now I'm kind of looking at things and trying to figure things out here, because it feels like I still got something holding it. I don't know what would be holding it. Is there... What is holding you in place? Oh, okay. I see what I did. I'm dumb. Took the wrong screws out, but we're okay. Okay. Again, just got to take my time with this. The reason why I think this is going to work is that a lot of mass-produced cars, even though they have different trim levels, if, like for the inside of the car to make life a little easier, they will mass produce everything. So they will, instead of making multiple wiring harnesses to go in cars, especially in the 90s, they just made one wiring harness and it all plugged into itself. You know, obviously certain things wouldn't work that way. And there we go. Now it's loose. We're going to figure out how to work this out again without damaging anything. This would be much easier if I had a tilt steering wheel that this little car did not come with. So I'm trying to do this without having to undo a major thing. Okay, One plug in the back undone. Oh no, I'm scratching it. And then we will kind of wiggle you around the other way here. See if I can get to it that way too. And, oh, so close. Come on. Come on, let go. Ow. Trying to fit my hand back here and press and wiggle on things is not working the way I wanted it to. 3, got it. Alrighty. There's the old one. And it's got dead bugs and crap in it. This is rustier inside than I wanted it to be, if I'm honest. So, now what I'm doing is checking to make sure I don't see any obvious like wire chews or anything like that, because now would be a good time to fix them if they were there. I don't see any. But we'll take a second here and I'm going to screw these back in. What I had unscrewed originally were 2 screws that were holding the clear bezel on. So those can go back in. So there's been moisture getting inside this car. The bar has a ton of surface rust on it. I wonder, because I don't know a ton about the history on this vehicle. If I'm honest, my friend, like I said, sold it to me. And he had it for a little bit, but if you look back here, you can even see moisture rust spots here. That I don't have on the new one at all. So either a window got busted or a seal or something was letting moisture in the car, or this did come from Louisiana. Oh boy. So this did come from Louisiana. There is a chance that this car had some flood damage. And that might be why my speedometer stopped working. This one, on the other hand, as I'm pulling it out, I wish I had my small screwdriver. Because I need to go get another tool, guys. I have some minor issues. And I'm missing a screw. I'm missing a thing, a light. So, let me see here. We are missing one light on the other side, which is probably going to be like a check engine light or something. That is okay though, because I'm just going to steal one off the old one here. So we will take you and put you in right there. So I got some terminals that I need to be cleaned. I'll be right. We're back. Which one of these was which? Okay, that's the old one. The speedometer didn't work and half the lights over here didn't work. I don't know if the lights in this new one is going to work, but that was the old one. And what I'm going to do now is take a really small flathead screwdriver and we're going to ever so carefully try to remove this corrosion without removing the actual copper paste, because I don't have any more copper paste to put on things. So, and this is not working because I'm not being firm enough, but I don't want to ruin anything. We might end up plugging it in and seeing if I can get a connection off of it. Okay, See if that'll work for me. Let's make sure we get the plugs in the right spot to begin with. Now is the fun part of me trying to get everything to kind of halfway fit where I wanted it to fit to begin with. So much for me doing it that way. How did I pull this out? Okay. And that would be sitting in there like so. So now, hopefully I can get this plug to go where I want it to go. Probably not though. And when I'm doing this, I got to be careful. I don't want to pull too hard. Again, this is a 93 model car, so everything in here is old. And I just need to be careful. And I'm doing this by feel. And that usually doesn't work that good for me. Okay, where's it going in at? This would be so much easier if I could drop the steering wheel. Okay. Can't get it to line up. I know it will work, I just got to get it there. This is making for riveting YouTube, I know, guys. I'm bruising my hand for sure today trying to get this to go in where I want it to go. Okay, so that's sitting in there now. Now, I just got to figure out how to get this connected back in. This will be the hardest one. Once I get it, we'll have it. And I'm about to just pause y'all instead of adding it. I don't know, I may try to fast forward through this crap. Just work. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pause y'all. Alrighty, we got the first one in. Hopefully the other two go much easier. That center one is the hardest one to get. So I am hoping that I can get the rest of these much easier. Oh, God, that's great. And again, if the steering wheel would drop, it would make my life so much easier. And I'm sure someone's gonna be like, it does, you just gotta look here. And I'm just stupid. Got it. That is all of them in place now. Now, before I button everything back up, what do I do with my keys? I've lost my keys. There are my keys. We are gonna see if this will work. So the good news is all the lights came on. There we go. Now then, let's see if this will start. I have a tach. Now we just wait to see if the gas gauge works. But we have a tachometer. Yes! Alrighty guys, that is successful. We're hoping the gas gauge works. If it doesn't, I'll be pulling it apart and figuring out why the gas gauge don't work. But for right now, we're pretty good. I bet the gas gauge will work. Everything else was seeming like it wanted to work. So now to put this all back together. And putting it back together is as simple as just lining everything else up where it needs to be lined up and screwing it all back in. So now I just got to remember how I had these things that came out of here. Are they the same? Good news is it won't be that hard because a lot of this stuff is the same. So anyway guys, all I got to do now is, like I said, line everything up so that it screws in where I want it to screw in, and we're done. So I won't bore y'all with that, but that was the first video for getting things fixed in the Geo. Many more to come. We got a ton of work to do, but y'all have a wonderful day.